Hello my geeky guys and gals, hope you're all doing okay, because I am not. I am today hugely pissed off. Because I've been playing a good few hours of this game, not Aliens vs Predator, what am I about? Alien Isolation. And when I got to this point on the Sevastopol station where it was in the airports and departures lounge, and I was just about to unlock this big massive door with this new tool I got, and I was thinking that the alien's about to show its ugly mug and sit down and have tea with me, and that's, as I said, about 3 parts long by that time in my particular playlist, only to find out that my computer hadn't recorded the damn audio. So that's 3 parts of my playlist wasted. So now I'm having to play it again, and as a result of that I am cutting out all cutscenes because I just want to get my ass back to that same point so that you can see where I got to and what this game is like. Now don't get me wrong, the game itself is absolutely brilliant and I absolutely love it to bits. I'm an Aliens fan. I've got the films, even including the really particularly crappy one, Alien Resurrection with Winona Ryder in it, but hey, not every single one of them's a winner, right? But yeah, I'm a big Aliens fan. The Aliens vs Predator films ain't too bad in my opinion, although in the first one they kind of ruined the Predator thermal imaging look. That just did not look like the Predator, so it wasn't all that great. Right. Because of you putting the objective on there, am I not now able to collect what was in there? Thanks. Anyway, so yeah. AVP 1, the movie wasn't too bad. The second one, Requiem, that wasn't particularly good either. I mean, they did bring back the classic Predator thermal imaging, which was good. But then having humans use Predator weapons to fight off the aliens and God knows what else, it wasn't all that good. And to be honest, I think they did a pants film, to be honest with you. The games themselves, however, they were brilliant. Aliens vs Predator 1, the game, it was pretty good, except that the storylines weren't linear with each other, they weren't properly interacting. And don't get me wrong, it was still good. It was pretty funny though. The voice acting on that was the cheesy voice acting I have ever seen. I mean, I got to this one point where I think I was playing as the alien, and I saw this monitor on the wall, and as I got close to it, a video feed came through, and it looked like a marine there was talking about the sitrep of the area. And just as it was coming to a close, he lifted up his chest like that, and these 2 Predator blades come out through his chest. And I don't think it was a proper Hollywood movie type special effect where the claw went up like that. I think it was just that the claws was already there because of the way he was hunched over until his cue was.
Haven't seen her. I'll go check.
And video end. Okay, that yeah. So that was a bit corny in my view. But it wasn't too bad. I mean, the graphics were good for its day. I mean, if you look at that game now compared to what we're playing right now, I mean, look at this. Got all the dust and lights and donkeys going on. Yeah, it is a very poor game. You'd probably be able to play Aliens vs Predator 1 on a Pentium 1, probably even Pentium 2. Be about 400-500 megahertz computer, and you probably don't need anything more powerful than a 60 megabyte graphics card. That's it. You don't need all this ambient lighting, HDR effects, none of that, because things like that didn't exist back in those days. Talking about those days as well, and they've really captured the essence of the Alien universe in this game, because if you look at the original Alien film, this was the wave of the future for 1979. I mean, oh yeah, I can show you this over here. Wave of the future.
Have you seen Samuel?
still using magnetic tape cassettes for recording with. I mean, when did those go out of fashion? I can't remember. It was like we had the audio tapes, then we moved on to CDs. Minidisc came out for a little while, which wasn't too bad. Minidisc was a more higher capacity version of a CD, not quite DVD, but a minidisc was only there to hold music anyway, so it held a lot more hours worth of music than your regular CD, which was pretty cool for its time. Laserdisc came out. Now that was fun. Laserdisc for videos. It was like the entry-level DVD, because it was a whole movie on a disc, but the disc was the size of a classic vinyl record. They were huge. It was the kind of disc where it was so hard, you'd probably, if you threw it to someone, you could probably behead them with it.
Pays for herself now.
And it paved the way for the early DVD, because it did give you a few features like chapter select and subtitles. I think it also had alternative audio tracks as well, so you could probably watch that same movie in different languages like Spanish or Russian or whatever. I think, don't quote me on that. But that didn't last long, because as soon as DVD came out, Laserdisc went the way of the dinosaur. And so really, as I said, the whole point of that was there's no such thing as magnetic tape audio cassettes anymore. It's all digital. And this particular universe now, the Alien film was set in 2122, and this game, what we're playing now, is set in 2137. And you're still using magnetic tapes. Way of the future, man. It's like GTA Vice City all over again. Anyway, well, like I say, I'm cutting all the cutscenes because I just want to get to the point where I was before. What's happened was you're playing as Amanda Ripley, which is Ellen Ripley's daughter from the film. 15 years after the event of the Nostromo, Samuels comes along and tells you that they found your mum's ship. And after a little bit of and you decide to go on a salvage mission or something. I think maybe just to find out what happened. And you go along with Samuels and Taylor, which was those two people that you just saw, which I was talking over, but like I say, I do apologise about that. If you want to see what the actual conversation was like, I'm sorry to say, my Geeky Guys and Gals, check out other people's channels, because I just really want to get to the same point I was before. Then you can really get into the game with me, and we'll be able to see what this whole thing is like. So yeah, you go on this mission with Samuels and Taylor, and during the spacewalk to get over to the Sevastopol, they're on this like tethered rope, but an explosion happens from the Sevastopol. This huge massive chunk of metal goes flying through space. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say that. Flying through belch. That's not good. Anyway, so this chunk of metal goes flying through space. It hits the rope which you're on. Samuels and Taylor goes flying off into space. They suddenly decide they don't want to be along with you anymore. Lying, they just get hit and flung into space by that chunk of metal. And as your typical Hollywood movie horror cliche goes, you manage to get to the airlock all by your dainty little self. Get into the airlock and take off his suit, and this is where we are right now. So this is why, despite going out with a trio of people, you are on your own. So I'm just going around the area now, just collecting the little items that you can collect, because you can construct things later on. One of the first items you can get to construct is the med pack. Now I'm kind of hoping that later on that you can construct the motion tracker, which would be really helpful. And I've seen the motion tracker in action, because before this game came out, I was watching a live stream from PlayStation on Twitch, where there are three guys talking amongst themselves with one guy playing the game. I think they were playing it on the PlayStation 4 as well, I'm not too sure, but they were going for a particular area of the game, and they did have a motion tracker. And it wasn't a motion tracker that's akin to the Aliens film, where you had that circular dial and you could see precisely where movement was. But it was more of a mix between the motion tracker of the Alien film and the motion tracker of the Aliens film. It had a display on it, but it didn't have the radial display, and it didn't have the range of the Aliens display either. But it could display a very basic green blip on the screen, and that location of that blip would be relative of the disturbance to where you are. So it was a pretty good indication of where enemies were nearby, or at least where movement was nearby. So I didn't see whether they crafted it or whether they picked it up, because they just got to this point where they was just using it. So I don't know whether where you get to pick it up or where you've got to craft it. And that took a long time saying, didn't it? I'm a bit of a blabbermouth. Do apologise about that. And this part, this fucked me up big style, because if we go to this door, if you haven't seen it before, it says no, it doesn't. So it says restore power. So you think, oh, let's go in here because we've got this big thanking kajunky generator here. So we go, you don't quit out of it. The bunk. The bunk. And one more time, bunk. And thwip that button. So now the lights come on, that terminal's booted up, the lights come on down there, and no matter how fast you run... Oh wait, that comes next. So you think you're done. So you go here, but it says restore power. So first time I played this through, I wasted a good 10 to 15 minutes finding out where do I go. And what I didn't realise, it was this terminal. This terminal, yeah. Because, yeah, so you can view your emails, but what I didn't realise was you can play audio tracks on here, which I didn't know. But also that's not a note, that is an actual option. You can see at the top where it says Power Junction D13 Departures Select. I thought that was just select as in selects that note saying restore power to departures, and that's where you get the objective from, but no, you actually select that, and then the rest of the power comes up, and no matter how fast you run, you can't meet up with those 3 people running away. Tried it, just impossible. But we still go back down there. That is because we've still got some items to collect, so get that. I got another flare. Yeah, 2 flares now. So we'll go in here. What you didn't see in the email was the code to this, which is 0340. 0340. Beep, beep, beep. And here we go. I got the injector, I got the blueprint for the medkits, and now we can craft medkits. There we go, right. So how many? Oh, I can make 3. Items must be randomised then, because first time I played through this game I only got 2 compound B items, and now I've got 3. And I'm actually completely full in my inventory of injectors. So items must be randomised. I didn't see that. So I think I am going to create 2 of those. So now we've got 2 medkits. Okie dokies, right, let's go on to the next part, shall we now, my geeky guys and gals? So we're in 40 minutes soon. Hopefully I'll be able to get to But I'm going to get to at least the point I was before everything caught up with the recording, so that at a very bare minimum in part 2, everything's going to be new to me and to you, so everything that's going to happen, I will be shit scared. Isn't that going to be fun? So that is just my primary objective in this first part. If we've got some time, I might play a little bit further on. I don't know if I will have time though, but we'll see. And yes, that's the toys flying past.
I'm right here. Verlaine.
Even though I can't see me, and they're certainly not going to hear you. Even though she whispered before.
Damn it.
It's like, hello, is there anyone here? There's no one here but us chickens. Now the reason why I'm speeding through this right now is because I know I am actually safe. There ain't no going to be no alien dudes just yet coming up and wanting to have a tea party with me. Whoa, hey, whoa. No, that didn't happen before. That did not happen before, because the last time I was here, that light was stood still. There was no movement in this room. So we know now that items are randomised. Yeah, because there, where the scrap is now, on my last playthrough, those were injectors.
Today's update. After numerous demands, Marshall
so items now do appear to be randomised, and here there's bonding agent there. Items are randomised, so does that mean some events are randomised as well?
A gun was fired, there was panic, and now Waits and what's left of his team are forcibly ejecting us from.
If you want to read these emails, my geeky guys and gals, pause the video and you can read at your own leisure. But for me, as I say, my primary objective is just to get to the same part I was before. Mind you, I didn't read all the emails from when I was on the torrent, so that didn't help. Nor did I read any of the emails prior to getting here, apart from that terminal to start the power. Sorry about that. I really am sorry, because I wanted you to experience the game at the same level as I do. Thanks to my computer fucking it all up and not recording it, I just want to get to the same point I was before. Now there's plenty of other YouTubers as well that's played through this game, and they've probably read those emails, so check out other people's channels and see what I've missed out.
This whole damn place is falling apart.
Now what I didn't see before on my last playthrough is this. Does any of you recognise what that is? Oh, that's good. I crashed down. I crashed down in front of it. Multiple choice question. Hot quiz, hot shot. What's this box? If you've answered B, you're wrong. It's actually A. It's a cat box. Because if you've seen the first film, Alien, you'll know that Jones was put inside with one of them to be safe while Ripley fought the alien in the Narcissus. And the Narcissus, if you're not familiar with the storyline, is the name of the escape shuttle that Ripley was in, and where she fought off the alien for the final time, speared it in the gut with a grappling hook, and flung its bony silicone ass out into space. Hi, fella! Now, this room itself was the point I got to. Is the final room I got to, because
The exit up ahead.
in my first playthrough it took me 3 parts to get to this point, So we're still in part 1 and we're on 20 minutes in. And when I finished it, I was about to open that door right ahead of us. But we need a specific tool for that. So we go up here. No, we don't go up there because we need to restore power first. Oh, I've got a tape here as well, so I might as well play that and continue on. And we're going here. And it was at this point as well that I had a very good feeling that the alien is going to show its ugly face here now. I know still right now I am safe, so I can still run around with Gay Abaddon, making as much noise as I like. So go through here. You shut me up the first time. I was like, bang, fuck, what was that? And I de-arsed the area pretty damn quick. And what got me to thinking that the alien was about to show up was this locker here. This is the first locker you come to where you can hide in. A lot. There's one around here. No. Okay, good, I'm safe. So I'm like, oh hell, he's about to show up. But no, it doesn't just yet. I know I'm safe right now.
Reverse, it's Turner. Got to deal with that wasted asshole again. This time he nearly wrecked the door with a maintenance jack. Guess he figured it's safe here.
Yes, go in here.
Screw him. We got too much to worry about without babysitting.
Oh!
Anyway, I threw him in the evidence lockup. Let the son of a bitch sleep it off.
It is him! Oh! I never connected those two dots before! Fucking hell! I never connected those two dots before. The guy that was speaking on that tape was referring to him. Oh, because wait until you hear his tape. Because in my previous recording, in my commentary, I say that guy sounds drunk. They're like, I want to make a complaint. And the guy that we just heard in the previous tape, he just said he was wasted. Fucking hell. Oh, I am so thick. That's a load of blood, very healthy on there. So if I listen to his tape...
Rolo, I want to make a complaint. To the highest authority, okay?
To the highest authority.
That's Watson. You get that?
Yeah.
My complaint is
So you are drunk.
fucking marshals. They should be protecting us. It's their job.
There's nothing else to collect in here, I don't think. No.
No one knows what it is. No one fucking knows.
Nah, that's it.
Doors. Locked down. You know, like the key
So,
out.
one other thing I want to show you, which I missed coming in, which is another good throwback to how well that they've encapsulated what 70s Hollywood thought that the future would be. Can you guess what this is going to be? It's something you'd play all computer games with before joypads came about. Look at that. That beautiful thing. That reminds me of an old Atari joystick, apart from it's a 2-button variant instead of just a 1-button variant. And look at a calculator next to it as well. That's what I love about this game. They've really encapsulated the 70s feel of the film. It's brilliant. I remember playing old computer games with old joysticks like that. It's like and then Nintendo came out with a Nintendo Entertainment System. It's the first games console I played with the now standard D-pad on there, which made things a lot easier. And then I think it was the Sega Saturn that then first came out with the analog joystick, the dinky little things. It's like a cut down version of the big thick stick joypad. Item maxed. Ooh, I can't collect that. That's a first. Anyway,
Subject. Heist.
can I collect anything else? No, still only got one compound. I'll leave that for now.
We're gonna be here a hell of a long time.
So yeah, it's really encapsulated this.
He's got you in a lot of trouble.
There's nothing in here apart from that saying, why slide to us?
I'm gonna make sure someone's accountable.
And now we're nearly
Tough guy.
at the point
Turner, turn off the tape.
where
Maybe our friend.
I finished my third part. Almost to the point now where I think Mr. Xeno dude's going to show his face, but for the time being I still actually know I am safe. So we're going to go in here and collect a few more parts. Because we've got the door lock here. Yeah. Come on, I'm doing it. There we go. Now we're open. Alright, see what random parts we've got in here. 2 scrap. That's it, no compound. Oh, what's compound? Wicked. Yeah, I can do myself another med pack now. This is doing really well. I've never had 3 med packs before. I'm still going to save it because I don't know how many we can hold in the inventory at any one time. Oh, I didn't craft it. Oh, thicko. Yeah, I got 3 now. I wonder if there's a limited amount. Oh, that's what the scrap's for. Look, because I've got the spanner icon at the bottom. It says scrap 45. And it takes 1 injector, 1 compound and 1 bonding agent plus 10 bits of scrap to make a med pack. That's what the scrap's for. Honestly, I never knew that. I thought we were collecting scrap to make something big later on, like theoretically a weapon. I don't know. That was first time I saw this game though. There's PlayStation was doing a live stream on Twitch and they had a motion tracker. Now they didn't speculate as to whether that motion tracker was acquired or whether they built it. So I was thinking maybe we either manufacture our own motion tracker later on or we pick one up. So I was saving all this scrap, didn't know what it was for, and I didn't realise until now that you need scrap to build anything. So anyway, we are now done with this part. We're now on 27 minutes. We don't have enough time to continue further forward. So I do apologise if this was unenlightening, that you probably missed out a lot of the story. But I do apologise for that, my geeky guys and gals. You can blame my stupid, silly ass computer for not recording the gameplay audio on that. But we are now at the same point I was before. We are in my first playthrough. I now finished part 3. So my next part, everything is going to be brand new. I haven't gotten any further forward now. That door remains locked. So in my next part, we're going to unlock that door. Hopefully, if the alien doesn't decide to show up and go, I want to make you my next lunch. So yeah, the story is you're the daughter of Ellen Ripley. Information's come by that think that they found your mum, so you go out on this spacewalk into this station and all shit goes to hell. And that's the story. I don't know whether you're going to get to kill the alien towards the end of the game, but we'll see. Hopefully my video has been good enough at least that you're going to want to click on part 2. Please click on part 2 because it is going to be brand new. I don't know what's going to happen from that door onwards. And so hopefully now I'm going to be shit scared. If you like my video, please hit that like button and then check out my next video and we'll see where we go from there. So for the time being, my geeky guys and gals, bye bye for now. I keep thinking, oh, you've got to be shitting me.
Attention all Class D personnel. Please enter the containment chamber.
I'm fucking getting in there with that thing. It's gonna come up from there. Yo! Alien bugs! Help me.